Hello and welcome to another video from EarnPed.com. I'm Stevie B, happy to have you all with me today. I am just outside of Chug's hideout trying to finish up rank 25 of the Longtooth Codex challenge, trying to finally put an end to the ELM Longtooth Migration 2023. This has been a ridiculously long grind, so I wanted to get it on video as I finish it up to try and show you guys the rewards at the end of stage 25, and because it's been a long time coming. So I literally just rolled to 99.9 to get 0.01% toward rank 25 is taking me about 13 to 15 kills depending on how many crits I get. It's pretty ridiculous, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know exactly how much you have to cycle to get through rank 25, but whenever we finish it here in just a second, I will be able to make a pretty good generalized guess. So I'll do the math on that for you guys live as I record this. I set it up so that you guys can actually see my Longtooth challenge progress over here and my skilling over here, so that whenever we get the rewards off of Codex, you guys can see how it affects me. We'll also check my skills beforehand to see how much analysis I get based off where I start and what the reward option is. So guys, I'm sorry I'm behind schedule. I have had a lot of stuff going on in real life. I have been trying to get a move underway. I've been trying to do some deep cleaning. My housekeeper and personal assistant flaked on me at the last second that I had just hired, which did not help because then I had to do everything by myself. And luckily I was able to call on some friends and family who were able to step up and help me out with a few things, so that helped out tremendously. On top of that, work has been kind of a pain in the butt. I just am not going to be getting very many days off. In fact, this is the only day off that I will have for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to be working 12 on 2 off from here on out for quite some time. So that being said, I've also got to try and get some rest in there, as well as dealing with all of my usual stressors and usual junk that I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. So that being said, this has been a long grind. It's been a fairly fun grind, or at least it was, until it got so grindy that it became grindy even by my standards, and I'm the guy who died 250,000 times on purpose. So I'm really excited to be done with this because A, I want to get the skill rewards, but B, I want to get on to Arcadia, check out the migration event there, and then I've got a lot of stuff that I want to get shot on Cyrene, a lot of videos I want to get pumped out, and a lot of in-game goals and end-game goals that I want to start working on, which I can really start hammering once I get to Cyrene. So lots of good stuff, but I wanted to get this one out of the way just so you guys can see it. There are some people who have already done this. There are some who are currently working on it, some who plan to finish it up this year, some who won't be able to finish it up till next year. But luckily next year, going into migration, we will have a much better path. I skipped migration last year because of the fact that they did away with Summer Mayhem and there were no boxes. This year they added the boxes back, which made migration doable. Now, that being said, it's been a costly migration. Nonetheless, I have not hit a HOF yet, and we just hit rank 100, so we should be rolling to repeat here any second. It has been costly. Obviously, there's been a ton of PED that I've cycled, and naturally some of that resulted in TT losses, which was expected. There's been a ton of skill gains. There's been some good markup generated through the boxes and stuff like that. So overall, I'm more or less happy with it. I just wish it hadn't been so terribly grindy, but that is the nature of the beast, right? So that being said, I mainly did the level 4s here outside Chugs and level 12 and 14s. I ended up getting stuck with some level 16s that I had to do for about a week and a half to 2 weeks. But I didn't really go much beyond that. I would do a level 29 or a level 33 here and there if they happened to pop up, but I tried to stay away from those if at all possible. That being said, like I said, it has been quite a fun event. It just got a little bit too much, but you know, I get it. It's summer. We've got a lot of people on vacation. We've got a lot of people that are busy with work and family and kids being out for school. So a lot of people just don't have as much time to play, so therefore having a longer event gives everybody a chance to partake, which, you know, that's a good thing. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I also don't think it needs to happen for every single event we have. If the event's important, you're going to make time for it. But on the other hand, it does have its place. So overall, I think that it's got quite a bit of balance to it. Few things I would like to see improved, but overall, I'm happy with it. As long as they keep the summer boxes in the loot, then I'll be doing it again next year. Woo woo! And there we go. Longtooth challenge increased. I'm officially on repeat, and now we have an attribute challenge increase as well. So let's take a second. I'm going to kill these two that are chasing me. I'm going to laugh if this box just starts ticking right away, because it only takes 5,000 PED cycle to get through a repeat, and I don't know how much it just took us to get through, but I'm going to estimate here. Let me do some estimating. I'm going to estimate that's roughly 20 PED multiplied by 10 multiplied by 100. I'm going to guess, yeah, see, it just ticked right up with 2 kills. I am going to guess, based off the math that I just did and based off of what just happened on screen with the repeat going up by 0.1% and only 2 kills, I'm going to guesstimate that to get through rank 25 probably took somewhere in the area of 25,000 PED cycled. Roughly, give or take. That's just rank 25. I can guarantee you it's somewhere between 20 to 30,000 PED, and I'm betting it's closer to like 25,000 PED to get through rank 25. Because that is a ridiculous amount of cycle. I was getting 15 kills to get 0.1%, and now my repeat, which we know takes 5,000 PED cycled, I'm doing it in what, 2 kills? Let's see here. Let's check that just to be sure. So it should pop up to 0.2%. Maybe just 3 kills. Let's see. But based off the math I'm doing, it looks like it took right at about 20 to 25 PED to get 0.1% just now, from my calculations. So let's see how many here. Maybe it is a little bit more than that. Maybe it just popped up to 0.1 for whatever reason. Maybe there's some weird metric between 0 and 0.1. Maybe it doesn't function the same. Okay, no, okay, 0.2. So even if that was 5 or 6 kills, it doesn't really matter. That's still not 15. It was 15-ish kills to get 0.1%. So yeah, I would say rank 25 of Longtooth Codex probably takes between 20 to 30,000 PED cycled in order to get it completed, and I would say it's probably a safe bet that's 25 or 26,000 PED, somewhere in there. So that being said, let's pull up my skills. And let's see, analysis is 1,493 points, which I got from mainly my Codex rewards on Longtooth earlier in the migration. So we're at 1,493 points. We're going to go to Codex. We're going to pull it over here. We're going to look at the rewards. That is not... That is Snabel Snot. That's not Longtooth. Here we go. Okay, so rewards. We've got alertness at 25.39 PED, so 29.39 PED for all of the normal rewards. And then the special category 4 rewards, we've got 16.25 PED. So we're going to get 16.25 PED worth of analysis. And bam, that gained me 1,202.1075 points of analysis. Holy wow. Okay, remember I only had 1,439 points a while ago. So I had 1,439 total points of analysis, and by claiming that reward just now, I got an additional 1,202.1 points. I almost doubled my analysis just now. So let's take a look at my skills again. So analysis just went from 1,439 to 2,695. That is absolutely insane. And this is why every skill point being harder to get than the one before it, less hard than the one after it, being more valuable than the one before it, less valuable than the one after it, is so important, because you get such huge gains early on, and then it gets so much more difficult as you go. That is absolutely insane. Let's see what that did to my professions here. Okay, I just hit level 49 in Animal Looter profession. And it looks like I hit a whole bunch of other random investigator related professions as well, but they were lower. So that is absolutely, absolutely insane. Let's see if I actually hit P. So not only did it take me into 49, it took me not only past 49, but to 49.15. That's pretty insane. That's some huge gains. Now I'm curious. Okay, so if we look here, now that we're on the repeat, going down the list, there are no category 4 rewards. It's just the normal repeat. I was kind of hoping, since there's so few creatures out there that have the category 4 rewards that are possible in certain stages, I was hoping once we hit repeat, then those rewards would also be available on the repeat, but they're not. This is just the regular list of repeat. So this is just the regular list of stuff that you can get as you go through and do a repeat. Interesting. So, guys, that is it. That is Migration 2023, and wow, yeah, to say the least, it has been a lot. It has been a lot. That is way more than I was expecting out of a migration. That's way more than I was expecting to have to put into a migration. So where do we go now? Well, my plan is I probably will not be doing this repeat, because quite honestly, I'm just absolutely sick of killing Longtooth at this point. At this point, I don't even want to keep killing him while I'm finishing up the video. I'm planning to head out to Arcadia, which I will probably do here in just a few minutes, and I want to check out the migration event that they have going there that we talked about last week. I want to see what the lowest level creatures are, even though I'm pretty sure they're probably going to be too high for me. From there, I will be heading over to Planet Cyrene. I have a ton of content that I want to bang out on Planet Cyrene for you guys. The development team on Cyrene has been doing an absolutely bang-up job, and I have done an absolute ton of research on Cyrene. So I've got a lot of really good content there. I want to get over to Arcadia Moon, check out the new stuff there. I'm not going to be able to get into the new instance right away, but we can at least talk about it and talk about the armor plates and the daily missions and all that good stuff. I want to shoot some videos on Arcadia if possible, and then I also have some more stuff I want to shoot on Next Island, both for CRP and not for CRP, just because the Next Island development team has been doing awesome as well. And guys, don't by any means think that I don't think that the Monria and DSEC 9 and Tulun team haven't been doing great. They have. They've been doing exceptionally well, and I have nothing but the highest praise for them. They've been doing some great things with Monria, with Tulun, and with DSEC 9, and I want to give them credit too. I feel that I kind of leave them out a lot, and it's actually one of my favorite places in game. There's just so much other stuff to cover that's kind of gotten pushed to the back of the list, because some of my more immediate goals are not based on Tulun and Monria and DSEC 9 at the moment. I do have goals that are based there. They're just not my immediate goals, and I'm having to really prioritize at this point because there's just so much going on in the game. And that's a good thing. That means that people are going to have an opportunity to specialize. That means that people are going to have an opportunity to go to a planet and learn it like the back of their hand and take advantage of opportunities that are there that other players are not going to be able to take advantage of. There are people who are going to be living on Cyrene from here on out that are going to be able to take advantage of Cyrene's opportunities a lot better than somebody living on Next Island and just visiting Cyrene, or somebody living on Arcadia and visiting Cyrene, and vice versa. There's going to be people living on Arcadia and Next Island and Tulun that are going to be able to take great advantage of the opportunities there, versus somebody visiting from Cyrene or Calypso might not be able to take advantage of those opportunities to their fullest extent. So we're quickly getting to a point where the development teams for the different planet partners have done such an amazing job creating content, have done such an amazing job really getting in tune with the player base and with what the players want, and with creating markup and demand, that it's creating this opportunity for people to start specializing in planets and the opportunities on those planets. So do not be surprised if you see this becoming more and more of a thing. I cannot physically be in 900 locations at once. I cannot physically be doing every single mission in game at the same time. Now, obviously there's something to be said for mission stacking, but even just looking at the opportunities on just Cyrene, there's been times where I've had to sit there and say, okay, how do I want to prioritize this? Which mission chain do I want to prioritize over which other mission chain? Which opportunities do I want to prioritize over other opportunities? And if I'm having to do that even on a planet-by-planet basis, imagine doing that on a game-wide basis. And I think if Rocktropia can ever get a decent development team in place to help us implement basic things like Codex on Rocktropia and bug fixes on Rocktropia, I really think Rocktropia could join this, because as of right now, it seems that all the planet partners really seem to suddenly have it together other than Rocktropia. Rocktropia is kind of the one that has not got with the program yet. Next Island started it. They've been leading the pack and really setting the example. Cyrene is a close second that is following very, very closely behind and is almost caught up to the Next Island development team. Arcadia has had their hands tied behind their backs, and they were recently untied, and they've started doing some amazing things over there. And the group over the Virtual Sense team at Monria, Tulun, and DSEC9, they've just been doing a great job all around, taking what they have to work with and making the absolute most of it. I still want to go bang out all the plushie missions. I was just telling somebody the other day that I'm pro plushie platform because we're having a plushie drive at work. And I said, it's so funny, there's even a planet partner that has developed a mission chain where you do these different missions and you collect in-game plush, and I am a huge fan. They even said one time, even Stevie B is a fan of the plushie platform. Yes, that is absolutely correct, because when you've had a bad day, when you've had a long day, when your hunt just hasn't gone how you wanted, or your crafting run or your mining run hasn't gone how you wanted, there's nothing better than just going and getting your favorite plush out of storage and just playing with your favorite plush and squeezing it tight. So there's a lot of stuff I'm looking forward to in game. I'll be putting all of that out there for y'all, but at least now you guys kind of know what to expect. Now keep in mind that the EMON Codex chain also has amazing rewards with even higher values than the Longtooth. So I'm not even going to attempt that this year. I don't have the proper setup. I don't have the proper armor, HP, FAPS, any of that. But hopefully I will have it by next summer, and I know I'm going to be in for a massive grind on that one as well. I'm sure that one will make this look like a cakewalk. So just for those of you who are still working through it, plan on, if you're doing rank 25 alone, probably somewhere between 25 to 30,000 PED cycled. Pretty conservatively. I would say that's probably a pretty good estimate. So I'm going to leave it there for today. Sip, smack, smack. Y'all know the rest. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me as I did this long grind to get this out of the way so we can move on to better content. Really appreciate you guys sticking with me and appreciate all the support. If you want to continue to support us, head over to earnped.com, because when you earn, we earn. By far the best way you can help support us. Simply use the link on earnped.com to go to hideout.tv. Hideout will automatically add us as a redemption option for your hideout points. Guys, please keep in mind it is earnped.com, earnped.com. There is no S anywhere in the name. If you're typing in an S to go to a domain, it is not earnped.com. There is a different website that does have an S at the end of the name. That is not us. We are in the singular, earnped.com, earnped.com. Guys, please do as the banner says at the bottom of the screen. Click that subscribe button and that bell icon. That keeps you up to date with all the latest info. Also, hit that like button on every single video to help us combat the haters and the trolls that are out there. But guys, more importantly, we keep getting these messages from people. We're even seeing it in the comments on the videos now of, hey, Stevie's right. You know, I play mainly RuneScape, and I've been noticing that Entropia has popped up in my videos, and I've started watching the channel, and now I'm considering downloading the game. Guys, that's not because of me. That's because of you. When you hit those 3 buttons, you put me on the right side of the YouTube algorithm. YouTube then puts my videos in front of people who play other PC-based games, other real cash economy games, other MMOs. And when they do, those people start watching the channel, they start learning about Entropia and learning how to play smarter, not harder. Next thing you know, they're downloading the game. Now they're on their journey through Camp Icarus, through Dwarf Swamp Camp, to Twin Peaks, and out into the galaxy, out into the Entropian universe. And we're getting more and more reports of this happening, all because you guys continue to hit those 3 buttons. So it's y'all that are making the difference. You guys hitting those buttons makes the difference, gets the exposure, and is bringing new people into the game. You're growing the game, you're growing the community, and you're growing the economy. And that is all because of y'all. Not because of me, because of y'all. So we appreciate it, and we want to pass those messages along from those people who are seeing the videos, learning about Entropia and coming to the game, that they appreciate it because now it's their passion. Now it's their hobby. Now they're part of the Entropian universe, and it's all because of you guys. So please keep hitting those 3 buttons. Guys, I'll leave it there for today. Sip, sip, smack, smack. Y'all know the rest. Here's to Migration 2023.